we are going to start with the next page, that is page number 143. So till yesterday, what we have read, that the intruder has explained. We were reading the chapter If I Were You, and today we are continuing with the reading part. And yes, so the intruder has informed Gerard that what is the purpose of coming in here, why he has intruded, why he has come to his cottage, and why he has chosen him as a perfect person to take over his identity. What is the behind this? Was the reason was that he thought that he is a person who is living in a secluded place. He is avoiding many tradespeople, not indulging in any kind of business. He has his arts and habits. He's suddenly coming on the scene and suddenly he disappears. So he thought that this person is perfect for me to take over as the intruder has killed a cop and he is dodging the police. He is just playing a cat and the rat game in order to avoid. He also wanted some peace in his life. Purpose he wanted to live in a separate place so that he can always avoid the police to be to encounter him. Yes, so continuing with the page number 143. So intruder, he was preparing to shoot. As I said before, this conversation bores me. Now, because Gerard, he is trying to engage the intruder in various kind of conversations. Actually, what was the plan of Gerard in doing this? Actually, he wanted to delay. He is concocting the story. Concocting means he is concocting the stories in his mind. Concocting means he's preparing. Concocting means preparing by joining or by mixing various ingredients of anything actually. He is concocting, he's making stories in his mind that how to get rid of this problematic situation, because this was really a difficult hour when a person who uninvitingly enters your house is going to kill you, and ultimately you have to get out of that trouble, uninvited trouble. So he was just taking his time, and the intruder said, "Stop. I'm bored of that. Gerard, don't be a fool. If you shoot, you will hang for sure. And if not as yourself, then as Vincent Charles Gerard Charles." Gerard said, "Don't be a fool. Just understand my point. If you think that you are eluding the police by killing me and take over my identity, you will definitely be hung by the police. Why? Because otherwise, if you will kill me, you will be hung as a criminal, and otherwise if not so, that because even I am not so pure, I am not so innocent, that is Vincent Charles Gerard." Actually he wanted to deliver the point to the intruder that he himself is a criminal too. Intruder, what is this? What are you saying? Gerard, this is your big surprise. So there is a two different kind of surprises. What was the surprise given by intruder to Gerard? Okay, so what was the surprise? It was surprise that he has disclosed his plan, that why he has come into his secluded cottage. Actually, he has come to kill Gerard and take over his identity. That was one big surprise of intruder to Gerard. And then the second one is, what is the big surprise for the intruder? What was that? That he has explained him. Now let us see what was that big surprise. I said you wouldn't kill me, and I was right. Why do you think I'm here today and gone tomorrow? Never see tradespeople. You say my habits would suit you. You are a crook. Crook means criminal who is not following decent ways. Do you think I am a Sunday school teacher? Sunday school, I'm so innocent. Who is following the daily routine? He said, have you ever thought that why I'm not meeting different people? Why I'm coming and going off the scene so suddenly? What is the reason? Do you think that I'm innocent? The point for the intruder to think. The game's up as far as I'm concerned. He said, for me, so that game is up now. Things went wrong with me. I said it with bullet and got away. Unfortunately, they got one of my men and found things the fool should have burnt. Tonight I'm expecting trouble. My bag ready to clear off, and there it is. So he has cooked up his story within a minute. So what he said, now the game is over for me, because one day I have committed a crime, and now one day what happened? It was, you can say, it was discovered. said I said it with bullets and got away. Again, he said that I have killed a cop. I have done something wrong. But unfortunately, what happened? One of my companions, it was caught by the police, and they have got some proof, which otherwise I would have burned because I am a fool that I left those, you can say, proofs, but now I have to, but I must have burned those proofs, but now they are with the police. So now today I am expecting that police might arrive at my place, and now this is the reason why I am packing the bag. Actually, that one bag was not with some proof. It was something else, but he has concocted a story. He has cooked up a story to tell him that now I have back. And now I will definitely leave. And he said, there it is. You can just see that I'm going to be off from this place. Intruder, it's a bag, all right, and this is gun, all right. What's all this? Intruder was surprised. Okay, so he was not getting any line to speak. He was not getting any words to speak. He said, okay, this is bag. This is a gun in my hand, but what's all this? It means that he had come up with a different plan and something has happened with him. Yes, Gerard said, that's a disguise outfit. False mustaches and what not. Now, do you believe me? He said, see, this is my disguised outfit, okay? He was showing because why he was showing false mustaches and everything else, how he was having all these things because Gerard was doing the business. He was a playwright. He was, you can say, he was also providing props for rehearsals. He was packing the bag in which he had and he is going to deliver this bag which contains many different kind of props for the rehearsal rehearsal of the play. He said that's all. It means that he has related both these things. Intruder musingly means he was thinking, I don't know, Gerard, for God's sake, clear that muddled head of yours. Muddled means which is completely full of confused things. He said, please clear up your mind of all these confusions and let's go out of this place. Come with me in the car. I can use you. If you find its frame, you have got me in the car and you still your gun. He said, no, now I will use you. Now you please come with me because anytime the police can arrive here and we will be in the custody of the police. So immediately let us go out of here. And if you think that it's a frame that I'm cooking up a story or I'm using you, here is your gun, you can kill me. No, it was a big surprise for the intruder. Intruder was surprised to know what to do. Intruder, maybe you are right. Then Gerard, intruder was thinking, maybe you are right. Gerard, then don't waste time. Goes, picks up hat and bag. Gerard said, don't waste time, let's go. He picks up the bag and the hat on his head. See how clever he is. Careful, boss, I'm watching you. See the change in the statement of the intruder. Earlier he said that I'm smartest of all and even I'm smarter than you. And now he said, careful, boss, I'm watching you. He's saying, now he's that he is his boss. Gerard, I have got a man posted on the main road. He will ring up if he sees the police. But I don't want to leave. Telephone bell rings. Come on, they are after us. And through here straight to the garage. Now, what he said, Gerard said, no. I have deputed a man corner on the main road. When if he sees the police, he will definitely ring me, and now we have to escape that trouble. So by the meantime, what happened? The bell rings. It was just a coincidence. It was not a part of the plan. Telephone bell rings. He said yes. Now immediately telephone rings. It means that the police is shortly coming here. Let us go out of this place. And he said, let us go. Let us go to the garage immediately because they have to take up the car from there. Intruder, how do I know? Telling the truth. Intruder, something is going on in his mind. He said, how can I know that whatever you are telling is absolutely true? Oh, don't be a fool. Look for yourself. He said, don't be a fool. Look for yourself what is going on. It means intruder is not getting the time that how to all these things, that what is happening. He has come up with a different plan. Now he has to face another kind of situation. He has no any other option except believing Gerard. Gerard, see the action now, which is very important. Now what he said, Gerard opens the door, steps away. He opens the door and he steps away in this manner. And intruder leans forward to inspect it. And the intruder, he was leaning forward to see that what is behind that door. And what he did, with his side towards Gerard, but with the revolver ready. Intruder was having the revolver in his hand. As he turns his head, as the intruder leans forward and turns his head towards Gerard in this manner, then Gerard gives him a push. What did Gerard do? Gerard gives him a push into the door. And what it was not the door of the garage. It was actually the door of a cupboard. Okay, and knocking the revolver out of his head by pushing him and taking the revolver out of his hand, he slams the door back. He closes the door back and locks it, and finally he locks the door. It means that now the intruder was inside the cupboard and Gerard has locked it. Then he picks up the revolver, and then he goes to the phone, and there he stands with his gun pointed at the cupboard door. He went to the, you can say, to the table where the telephone was placed. Gun always pointed towards the door so that the intruder may not come out. If he would come out, he would shoot him. And intruder, he rattled the door and shouted. He was banging on the door. Let me out of here! Let me out of here, Gerard. Hello? He was talking on the telephone. Hello? Yes, speaking. Sorry, I can't let you have the props ready in time for rehearsal. He was telling the other person on the telephone that today I'm not be able to deliver all the props for rehearsal. I had a spot of bother. I have some problem here, and quite amusing, and it was really interesting. I think I will put it in my next play. He said that I will put it in my this incident which has happened in his house. He said I think that I will add this incident in my next play to amuse the audience. Listen, can you tell our friend the surgeon to come up here at once? You will probably find him in the public bus. Surgeon means, he said, can you send the policeman to come here to fix up all that trouble? And actually, he's in the public bus. So this was the plan of Gerard. So I hope that you all thought that it was only the intelligence. Okay, it was cool-mindedness of Gerard that led him to come out of this, you can say, foil of trouble. Okay, it was just with his, you can say, presence of mind, with his, you can say, intelligence, with his sense of humor, he has come over his, you can say, this kind of difficult situation, which is otherwise not be, you can say, a cup of tea of everyone. So this chapter, it delivers us the fact, and it delivers us the message that overconfidence can lead to different kind of troubles. It can lead to drastically, you can say, affected results. And one's intelligence, one's cool-headedness, it can come over, or one can overcome the gravest problems of life. Okay, otherwise they arise in our life. Okay, so this is the mainly message delivered by the chapter. So students, so these are the 10 questions that we are going to discuss today. Okay, so as I have already discussed with you the message delivered, so what is the theme of the chapter? Okay, before doing the first question, let us discuss the theme of the chapter. So what is the theme of the chapter? This chapter, it highlights the importance, or it highlights the significance of intelligence, the significance of a presence of mind, and how to use your wit and humor in order to tackle even the difficult problems of life. A cool temperament will always help you out to come out of difficult situations. One can wriggle out of these, wriggle out means one can overcome the difficult situations, or one can overcome the tight-fitted situations in our life which otherwise can pose a serious conclusion or a serious threat to our life. Okay, one should never, you can say, one should never ruffle, and one should never be confused in these type of situations. So this is the main theme of the chapter. So first question is character sketch of Gerard. So what is the character sketch of Gerard? What kind of person was he? What kind of person was he? Cool-minded. First of all, Gerard was actually, what he is doing? Gerard was actually, he is involved, he's a person who is involved with, 1 minute, just a minute. So yes, the first question is write a character sketch of Gerard. So what kind of person is he? Is a man of, you can say, many, you can say, virtues, who is endowed with various qualities. He is a brilliant user of his wit, who is intelligent enough to tackle the intruder who has come to kill him. Okay,
Why,
and
ma'am?
he's sharp-minded. He was a smart thinker also. He never, you can say, ruffles up, or he never, you can say, get confused and never get panicked when he sees the difficult problem in his life. And he is, you can say, he is an embodiment of cool temperament, as he has cool-headedly tackled the intruder, pushed him into the cupboard by telling his or by concocting different stories about himself. Okay, and he is associated with theater. He writes and he is providing props for different kind of plays. He has a great sense of humor too. Okay, that's why he is telling about his funny stories about his background, that once he was stolen by the gypsies. But was it the reality? I think I have added this question also. Yes, this we will discuss here. And next is describe Gerard's appearance. That is the starting of the chapter. It is given. You can very well see in the very first line of the chapter where the setting is provided that Gerard, it is mentioned that Gerard is a man of medium height. He was wearing horn-rimmed spectacles or glasses. He was dressed in a lawn suit and was wearing a great coat. And his voice is cultured. Cultured voice means he is quite determined and confident. Okay. The third question is, what did Gerard told about himself to the intruder? And was he telling the truth? Was he telling the truth? So what did Gerard told the intruder? Gerard told the intruder that once during his childhood, once he was stolen by a group of gypsies, and was also telling how he was recovered. But the intruder was least interested in all these stories. Okay, was he telling the truth? No, I don't think so. He was telling the truth actually. He was just concocting the story, okay, in order to grab the attention of the intruder, in order to take out some time in this difficult situation so that he could, you can say, he could come out of this foil of trouble. Foil of trouble, I'm speaking. Foil of trouble, okay, so that he could come out of this foil of trouble, okay. Next. Next question is, what made Gerard ask the intruder, are you an American? Why he said, are you an American? Because the intruder told him, what did the intruder told him? He called him what he called him? He called him a guy. Okay, he called him guy. Okay, when he said guy, this is a colloquial. Colloquial means related to some particular area. This is a part of a colloquial, you can say, word for American accent. That's why he called him that, are you an American? Okay, right? Next, the intruder announced, I am going to kill you. And was Gerard nervous at this point? No, not at all. He's a man of, you can say, cool temperament. He never get confused. Rather, what he did, Gerard, he was not at all nervous. He was acting too nonchalant. Nonchalant means he was devoid of any kind of anxiety. Okay, he was calm enough. He used his sense of humor and he engaged the intruder in various kind of conversations. He was concocting the stories in between so that to take out his time in order to cook up a story how to get rid of this trouble. Okay, so this, he was not at all panicked, as I told you in his character sketch also, that he is a man of brilliant wit. Okay, he has sharp mind, smart thinker and good sense of humor. All these are the great qualities of Gerard. Okay, so next question is, why does the intruder intend to kill Gerard? Why does the intruder? He wanted to kill Gerard because he was dodging the police. He was trying to escape the police as he was wanted by cops in a case of murder. So he thought that as Gerard has perfect, or you can say perfect personality to be fitted, and he thought that he is a person who is living in a secluded place in one of the areas of Essex, and he never see many tradespeople. He comes and goes off the scene, and he phones his orders and never come to pick and drop his orders. He has irregular hours and habits. So that's why he thought that this is a perfect identity for me, that he would take over and would escape, or he would elude the police so that he would not be caught by the police. Right? Next question. Why does the intruder not kill Gerard immediately? Why he not kill Gerard immediately? The intruder does not kill Gerard immediately because he wanted to. Because he wanted to get the information, the required information that would be helpful for him in order to live his life, in order to lead his life with, or in order to disguise himself as Gerard. So he wanted the required information. He wanted to get that information. So immediately he was not able to kill him. And that just because of his sharp-mindedness, this you can say, but due to his intelligence, this the advantage was taken up of this opportunity by Gerard, and he engaged him in various kinds of conversation. Next question: where did Gerard live? Where did Gerard live? Where he was living in a secluded place or in the side of Essex. Why was it a suitable place for the intruder? Because again, I have told you that he was not meeting many people, avoiding tradespeople. He phones his orders, never comes and picks up his orders. He has irregular hours and habits and never see many people in conversation. So that's why that was a perfect or a suitable place for the intruder in order to dodge the police, because he was wanting in a, you can say, case of murder, right? Next question. I will take your doubts after the 10th question. So just wait side by side. So the question number 9 is, why does the intruder call himself a poor hunted cat? Why he called himself as a poor hunted cat? The intruder calls himself as a poor hunted cat because he is the most wanted criminal by the police. He is dodging the police. He is escaping the punishment by playing a hide and seek game with the police, because he is always escaping the police by hiding like a rat. He is hiding at one place at another. Finally, when he has come up to see Gerard as a person who is living a secluded life, he thought that this is a perfect identity to be taken over. And if I will kill him, because the police would never, you can say, the law will never punish me twice for a single crime, because he had already killed a cop. And if he will again kill Gerard, he will not be hung twice for the same case. So he thought that this is a perfect identity, and he was living a poor hunted cat-like life in order to elude the police. So next, make a contrast between intruder and Gerard. Okay, so just 2-3 minutes are left. So contrast. So for, you can say, for Gerard, I have already told you what kind of man. He was a man of many virtues. He was endowed with good ability of intelligence, and which he is sharp-minded, smart guy, okay, smart thinker, and he has good sense of humor. This is the only reason why he was concocting the stories in between in order to get rid of the intruder who has come up with the very, you can say, terrible plan in order to kill Gerard. And what kind of person? Intruder. He thought himself, first of all, he is consumed in his own confidence. Okay, consumed in his own confidence, because he thought that, just a moment, 2 minute रह गए. क्या पूछ रहे? प्रोस्पेक्टस उधर मेरे वहां पे पड़ा है, मेरे बैग में 2 पड़े हैं, दोनों ले आओ. And he thought that it is a, and ultimately, Gerard, intruder, he is consumed in his own confidence. How he is consumed in his own confidence? Because he thought that he has come up with a perfect plan with Gerard. But the big surprise given by Gerard really shocked him, and he was trapped in that plan. Ultimately, he was caught. Okay, right? And ultimately, you can say, he was crude personality, coarse personality, tried to take over Gerard's appearance, boastful because he said that I'm smartest of all, egoist also, of course, and ultimately he was overconfident. And that's all with all the question answers that you are intending to write down in your notebooks. Okay.